Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel, on this beautiful day. How you guys and girls doing? Hope you're doing great. Today I have a really short video just to help you Linux and you CodeBlocks users out, because I know you've been having a lot of problems in the series, and there are a few rules and there are a few things that you need to know before you can get started with that. So I thought I'd make this video, and if you have any questions you can ask me. Also check out the description box, you got my Discord link there. Feel free to join and just ask me there because it's a little easier. Got a bunch of other links. Follow me on Twitter, like, subscribe if you want to. Otherwise, just keep watching. So let's just start off with my RPG series, because this series is it's very kind of popular right now in terms of my other series compared to them, right? I don't want to say it's popular like that, but a lot of people watch it, and a lot of people don't use Visual Studio. Now, I just want to say that Visual Studio has a bunch of support, and it's really good, and it's free as well, but I know a lot of you don't like it, but I really recommend you to use it if you're watching my series. I've used all of that stuff, CodeBlocks, all of that stuff, Eclipse, and I really like them, and they're great, but there's some things in Visual Studio that I really like the support for a lot of C++ features that CodeBlocks doesn't have. So if I start off here, so I made a little document here. All of these files are going to be on my GitHub. So if I just go ahead and I go into my GitHub, and I'm just going to show you where they're at. So if you go into GitHub, Headturna, console RPG, just follow the link in the description, then you'll find a file here, RPG CodeBlocks, and this is in my console RPG series, okay? And here all the files are fixed to work with CodeBlocks. You also have a CodeBlocks CBP file here, is the project, CodeBlocks project. Just open that, check all the differences, and basically if you fix your files just like I have here, or just download them and copy paste, it should work in CodeBlocks, okay? And there are some set rules. So the set rules are, if we just look at them here, these are the rules. So if you're working with CodeBlocks, anytime you see me use pragma once in my files, okay, like for example, if I go in here and I open any H file with any kind of thing here, you see I'm using if not define here, okay, and the if at the bottom of the H file, okay. Basically it's if not define, then you use your file name in capitals _H after each in every H file, okay. Now if I compare that to maybe another project, let's just see, I have any project here, any console RPG here, I just go in here and I say armor.h, maybe open with whatever text. See, I'm using pragma once. You don't want to do that. You just make sure you remove pragma once, okay? You don't want that. That usually doesn't work for anything other than Visual Studio. Now, it probably might work for CodeBlocks. I'm not 100% sure, but make sure not to use it. It's not good practice. So that's one thing. That's step number one. Don't use that. Okay? Not good at all. Just do this. And then you don't want to use things like std toString. Okay, don't use that. Instead, use a string stream. So anytime you see me typing toString and you have kind of a format like, let me just show you a little difference here if we still have it open. This is really important. Console RPG, let me see where I can find that. Let me just open the whole solution, and I'll try to compare it with two of these files. So anytime you see me writing it, you want to follow the rules instead. Because I can't change the video, but I can tell you now what to do differently. So if we just go in here, and we'll see, for example, a cout like here, okay? Let's see, no, that's not it. It should be a return string. Let's see. I'm sorry about this. Let me just see. I have to have one here somewhere. I think character had one. Character.cpp or enemy.cpp. Yeah, right here. So where I'm returning, get a string, for example, I'm just returning a full string, and I'm using std toString here. You don't want to do that. So if we go into enemy.cpp in my fixed files, enemy.cpp, I'll just open that, and I'll show you what I did differently. So if you look at this, I went in here and I created a string stream. Okay, std string stream. I did ss and these symbols. I just removed all the toStrings and then I just return ss.string. So you want to do that in CodeBlocks. That works. Okay, that's a good way to do it. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3, I guess, is not using null pointer. So anywhere you see me using null pointer, you just want to make sure you use null instead. And if you just keep running your CodeBlocks code, it will keep telling you where the errors are. You just keep changing it, following these rules, okay? Or you can just copy paste my code, obviously. So use null instead. Also, it doesn't really like enums like this. So you should write the enums key directly instead of using the enums kind of name. So let me just show you an example of that. I think we were in armor. Here, item types armor. So if we look at armor.h, we have an enum called armor types, and it has a bunch of keys in it, right? And I'm kind of using item types : armor. You don't want to do that. You just want to do armor, just like that, okay? Otherwise, CodeBlocks is going to give you a bunch of errors. We can do that here as well, but this makes it a little more clear in what's going on. So that's rule number 3 or 4, whatever, I guess. It's another rule, okay? And then, also, when you're passing strings as parameters to if stream or off stream, these file objects, right? File input and output objects. You want to use filename.cstring. Don't forget the .cstring, okay? Because that can really, really mess you up. And I'm sure I have an example of that here, like this, for example, or maybe I have a string. Let's see. I had it here somewhere. Well, you'll notice it. If you have a string with a file name in it, and it tells you to kind of load it, and you send your file name into the if stream or the off stream, like here, okay, this only works in Visual Studio. This wouldn't work. See, this is an std string. This wouldn't work. What you want to do in CodeBlocks is C string. Also in Linux, follow these rules in Linux as well. So that's how you want to do it, okay? .c string. Perfect. Otherwise, it'll crash. So just make sure you do that. It will complain, and you do that for infile as well. Also for outfile and infile. So there we go. That's about it. That's the rules. These are really important, and this made it work in CodeBlocks. So I'll just show you how to open it in CodeBlocks. If you just open your CodeBlocks file here, or your CodeBlocks program, if it ever opens. Yeah, there we go. Once it does, all you have to do is just open the actual project. Let's see. And we'll just do that, and then no. Yeah, there we go. Okay, finally. File, open. All right, I'm just gonna go into desktop where I have it. You just have to download it from your the GitHub link, and you open rpg.cbp, and you'll get the project here. And you see here, everything will be changed. Filename.cstring. I've changed everything just to make it work. And you just run and build it, and it loads it up, and it works. Okay, so I hope you can see this, guys and girls. It's actually working from CodeBlocks. Okay, and you want to do this. This doesn't just apply for my RPG series. I'll link this in front of every playlist. This is for basically any any project that I do. I can't change the videos, like I said, but at least you can look at this, and you can do it differently if you're using CodeBlocks or if you're using Visual Studio. So I'll try to help you guys out more when I create a new series to make sure all your Linux and your CodeBlocks users and your Visual Studio users, everyone can kind of enjoy the series in the same way. So I'm really sorry for everyone who's having problems, but I hope this helps. If you have any questions, ask me on Discord and all that stuff. Let me just show you how this works in Linux though. So I created a test program, which I'll also upload to the same link here, and it's called Linux example. So I made a bash script for compiling. I made a makefile for compiling. I just made a little test program. So let me show you how the test program works. Basically, it's just a program which prints out hello world, creates a test object from this file, and it prints out a number from that test object. And the test object is very basic. It just looks like this. It gives it a number 20, and you can get the number, and that's it. And it includes test.hpp. Okay? You can have test.h as well. Don't worry about it. You can have h or hpp. Hpp is better. I like it more for C++. And then if we look at the compile script, all it is a bash script. So it just runs these commands in order in your command line. It's just like typing this in by yourself. Okay, so when you want to compile for Linux, you want to use this. You use G++ C, which just compiles it, doesn't link it. And we'll make this into a main.o file. Okay, and this will become a test.o file. That's why we're using main and test.o. Then you want to use wall, which basically tells you errors, a lot of just all warnings and all errors that you might get while compiling. O2 is what you want to use for optimization. This is the maximum optimization for G++. So it really makes your program really, really fast if you're using a lot of loops and stuff. So always use this. .o is output, so it's going to output to a program called main.exe. Then you're going to have main.o and test.o that you built earlier. And when you run this, you're going to end up with a main.exe in here. So let me show you. Now, if you're on Windows, I'm just going to use Cygwin because that is my Linux command line. Let me just go ahead and let's see here how I can kind of font select. Let me just make it into 28 so you guys can see. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cd c. You want to go to the folder cdc users Heterna desktop test program. Whoops. There we go. And then cd Linux test. So if we do ls, you'll see that. Oh no, that wasn't it. What is it? cd Linux example. Sorry, example. There we go. So now we're in here. I'll just do an ls, and I'll do a clear ls. There we go. So we have the makefile and the bash. So we're gonna do this in both ways. You can use either the script if you want, if you find that is easier, or you can open the makefile and try to learn how to create a makefile for these kind of projects. So let's just start off with the bash. So all you do is bash compile.sh, and then we'll compile and script complete. And if I look in my folder now, I'll have a main.exe. And all you do is you just type main, and it will run the main right here. Okay, so hello world test class 20. It just does the printout, whatever I told it to do. Okay, and then you can just remove all that manually. Okay, you can remove all manually, but my makefile has a clean function, so I'm just going to use that clean main. Boom. Oh wait, let's see, make clean main. Wait, why isn't that working? Let's see. Okay, make clean. You just want to say make clean, and it will just clean up the folder. See, it's all cleaned up. Now to look at the makefile, this is how it looks. It looks scary, but don't worry. This is your name of the program, whatever you want it to be. Okay, you can type anything here. This is the compiler we're using. Make sure to use G++. Make sure to use your flags wall and O2 like we did before. And here you're gonna put all your files that you have. Okay, but you're gonna put the O after, not CPP. So you know you have a main file, okay, main.o. You know you have a test file or test class, test.o. Okay, and then you're just gonna go ahead and say prog object. So basically these are variables. Prog is main, so it should say main here, and then objects, which is all of these objects. So you just use these variables instead of retyping all of this. And then the flags with the compiler O, program objects, everything like that. Just follow this, try to study it. Here's the clean command, so it will just clean. But if I just do make main, it runs all of these commands for me, and it compiles it. And I have my main exe here again. So if I run main, it will have run. So this is kind of how you'll compile stuff. All right. And make sure to make object files out of every class where you have a CPP file. Okay, and this should work for your RPG series or any kind of series that you're working with, the example series, anything. So this should work. All right. If you haven't learned it, here you go. So this is a quick tutorial, and I'm no expert, but hopefully this will help you out. So I'm just gonna upload these to GitHub again, and you can just check it out there. Just remember to read this document that I typed. Just all the rules that you need to know are here. Everything is here. Everything you need to know. All the steps, how to use the bash script, how to use all this stuff. All right. So I hope this helps you guys on Linux and CodeBlocks. I'm sorry for all the problems you've had. If you have any questions, again, ask me on my email or just type it in the video or on Discord preferably. And I got a community there, so we can all just ask each other, help each other out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. Just take care, keep learning, best of luck, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next one, all right? Bye-bye.